Whenever we have one of these trips planned, we usually come up with an internal name for them, and this one was Operation Texas Heat, and it didn't let down. We are in El Campo, Texas this week for the AGCO Tech Days, and we are out here with a bunch of Fendt Ideal machines running FarmWave, showing it to some of the customers and dealers, and it's been really good, but it is hot. Man, it's hot. I'll tell you what, I said something in one of my last videos about not being in the office, having to get out in the field, and what that means and that level of importance. And it rang true again yesterday. Mark and I spent a lot of time with one of the machines that's just parked over in the staging area. It's all cleaned up, brand new, looking nice. We spent probably an hour and a half, quite a bit of time over there. And we were really starting to look in detail at how the new power assembly disconnect for FarmWave connects to a machine like that, because it's different. As an aftermarket third-party retrofit product, we work on any make model combine. But the challenge with that is when it comes to installation, it's different for everybody. Not just machine make and model, but header make and model. They're different. There's a Fendt Ideal 8T out here that over by the feeder housing. It's metal, and we can stick the power assembly disconnect main junction box right to it, and it's not going anywhere. On the one we saw yesterday, that is now plastic. So that means it can't go there. We've got to find a different home for it. And we run into this a lot when it comes to installation and helping to guide customers, which is why we use magnet mounts for a lot of our stuff, because it allows them to move wherever they need to put it based off their make model machine or their make model header. But it's challenging. It's really challenging to try to guide people that way. And for this reason, I made a decision yesterday that we just need to get better about how we service our customers between a high-tech, high-touch approach. And we need to have a little bit more high-touch. And that's why moving forward, purchasing a FarmWave system is now going to include installation. If you're an existing customer and you bought one and you want installation that was not baked into the price, we can get you information on what it would take for us to come out there and install it for you. We will still always have tutorials on YouTube, PDFs that we can email, or you can access from our knowledge base online. And we will continue to print those manuals out and put them in the box as reference. But I think for a new product like FarmWave, having that customer service of we'll come out and install it for you is a big part of it. And we really need to get better about doing that. It's hard when you're a really small company like us. There's a significant cost to traveling around the country or around the world to try to do installs for people. And with dealers, if there are a lot of customers interested, we can do several in one trip, right? And we can get dealers trained on the product. We have the opportunity then when we install for the customer to give a little hands-on demonstration. And so that was something that we learned and decided yesterday moving forward with FarmWave, which is why our pricing page changed last night on our website to just clicking a button, filling out the form, and we're going to get you a custom quote, because it's just different for everybody, right? If you've got a 60-foot GTS header, you're going to require X amount of cable and maybe more than 2 cameras if you want. But if you've got a 20-foot corn head, you're going to require a lot less cable, probably no more than 2 cameras. If you've got a dual discharge rear machine, you're going to want 2 cameras in the back. If you only have one main discharge area, you may only want 1 camera. Peanut harvesters, if you've got one of the self-propelled machines, you'll probably want 6 cameras. If you've got a pole behind, you'll want 3. It's just different. No matter how you slice it up, it's different for everybody. And those little nuances are the details that we need to pay attention to. So it's been great being out here this week, but this is why we come out. This is why we can't sit behind desks, why we've got to get out in the field, and we've got to continue learning on how we can best support our customers. It's a challenge when you're such a small company like us to cover such a big footprint for the demand that has grown for FarmWave, and we're really honored and blessed to see that, but we want to make sure that we can support it as well. So if you're interested in FarmWave, if you want to see that value, additional retained grain, over 300 autonomous counts per acre without ever stopping the machine, hit the button on the pricing page. Let's talk. Let's get you a custom quote, figure out exactly what it's going to take. And we look forward to helping everybody. All right, that's it from Texas for right now. More in a couple days.